Abandoned places hold a unique fascination, offering glimpses into the past and sparking curiosity about the stories behind their abandonment. They have a haunting allure, drawing adventurers, photographers, and historians alike. From forgotten ghost towns to decaying industrial sites, these places offer windows into the past and stir the imagination with their eerie beauty. In this video, we highlight some of the most unusual abandoned places from around the world, each with its own unique history and mysteries waiting to be uncovered. Pripyat, once a bustling Soviet city in northern Ukraine, now stands frozen in time as a haunting reminder of one of the worst nuclear disasters in history, the Chernobyl meltdown of 1986. This report delves into the specific historical evidence surrounding the mysterious city, exploring its origins as a model Soviet settlement, the events leading up to the Chernobyl disaster, and the aftermath that transformed it into a ghostly testament to human tragedy. The history of Pripyat is deeply intertwined with the Chernobyl nuclear power plant. Construction of the plant began in the late 1970s as part of the Soviet Union's ambitious nuclear energy program. The city was built to house the plant's workers and their families, with modern amenities and cultural facilities designed to create a model Soviet city. The city quickly flourished, boasting schools, hospitals, and recreational areas for its residents. The events leading up to the Chernobyl disaster are well documented in historical records. In the early hours of April 26, 1986, a safety test gone wrong caused reactor number 4 at the Chernobyl plant to explode, releasing a plume of radioactive material into the atmosphere. The explosion and subsequent fire led to the evacuation of Pripyat and surrounding areas, as authorities worked to contain the spread of radiation and assess the extent of the damage. Following the evacuation, the city was left abandoned, frozen in time amidst the lingering radiation. Today, the area serves as a haunting testament to the Chernobyl disaster, with its abandoned buildings and desolate streets offering a glimpse into the lives of its former inhabitants. Archaeological excavations in Pripyat have uncovered a wealth of artifacts, including personal belongings, household items, and photographs left behind by evacuees. The story of Pripyat is a cautionary tale about the dangers of nuclear power and the potential consequences of human error. The disaster not only resulted in loss of life and displacement of communities, but also had far-reaching environmental and public health impacts. Pripyat stands as a stark reminder of the need for stringent safety measures and oversight in the operation of nuclear facilities. Efforts to document and preserve the history of the disaster continue, ensuring that the memories of its former inhabitants are not forgotten. Additionally, the surrounding area has become a focus of scientific research and environmental conservation, as researchers seek to understand the long-term effects of radiation exposure and develop strategies for mitigating its impact on ecosystems and human health. Hashima Island, often referred to as Gunkanjima, situated approximately 15 kilometers from the city of Nagasaki, has a storied history dating back to the late 19th century. Initially established as a coal mining site, the island quickly grew into a bustling community, housing thousands of workers and their families. However, as Japan's coal industry declined in the latter half of the 20th century, the island was gradually abandoned, leaving behind a desolate landscape of crumbling buildings and rusting machinery. The history of Hashima Island is closely tied to Japan's rapid industrialization during the Meiji period, 1868–1912. In 1887, the Mitsubishi Corporation began coal mining operations on the island, attracted by its rich coal deposits and strategic location near the port of Nagasaki. To accommodate the growing workforce, Mitsubishi constructed high-rise apartment buildings and other facilities on the densely populated island. As coal production on the island expanded, so too did the demand for labor. Workers from across Japan were recruited to work in the island's mines, often enduring harsh working conditions and long hours underground. Hashima Island became known as Battleship Island due to its resemblance to a battleship when viewed from afar, a testament to the scale of industrial activity taking place on the island. Despite its rapid growth and economic importance, the island's fortunes began to decline in the mid-20th century. With the advent of alternative energy sources and the depletion of coal reserves, the island's coal mines became increasingly unprofitable. By the 1970s, Mitsubishi had shuttered its operations on Hashima Island, and the remaining residents were relocated to mainland Japan. Today, the area stands as a haunting reminder of its industrial past. The island's abandoned buildings, including apartment complexes, schools, and factories, offer a glimpse into the lives of its former inhabitants. Archaeological excavations on Gunkanjima have uncovered a wealth of artifacts, including mining equipment, personal belongings, and documents detailing daily life on the island. One of the most striking features of the island is its densely packed architecture, with rows of high-rise apartment buildings towering over the narrow streets below. Despite decades of neglect, many of these structures remain remarkably intact, providing valuable insights into the living conditions of the island's residents. The story of Hashima Island serves as a poignant reminder of the human cost of industrialization and the fleeting nature of economic prosperity. Once a thriving community fueled by Japan's coal industry, Hashima Island now lies abandoned, its buildings slowly succumbing to the ravages of time and nature. Komankop, located near the coastal town of Luderitz in southern Namibia, is a stark reminder of the transient nature of human endeavor in the face of changing economic fortunes. Once a bustling hub of diamond mining activity, the town now stands as a ghost town, its abandoned buildings slowly being reclaimed by the shifting sands of the Namib Desert. The story of Komankop dates back to the early 20th century when diamonds were first discovered in the Namib Desert. In 1908, a railway worker named Zacharias Lewala stumbled upon a diamond while shoveling sand near the railway line. News of the discovery spread rapidly, sparking a diamond rush as prospectors flocked to the area in search of riches. As diamond mining operations expanded, the settlement quickly grew into a thriving community, boasting amenities such as a hospital, school, theater, and even a casino. The town's German-style architecture, complete with ornate facades and gabled roofs, reflected the wealth and prosperity of its residents. At its peak, Komankop was home to over 1,000 people, making it one of the wealthiest and most modern towns in Africa. Today, it now lies abandoned, its once grand buildings slowly being consumed by the encroaching sands of the Namib Desert. Archaeological excavations in Komankop have uncovered a treasure trove of artifacts, providing valuable insights into the daily lives of its former inhabitants. From household items and personal belongings to mining equipment and machinery, these artifacts offer a glimpse into the bustling activity that once characterized the town. One of the most striking features of the town is its eerie atmosphere, with deserted streets and sand-filled buildings evoking a sense of abandonment and decay. Despite its desolate appearance, it remains a popular tourist destination, attracting visitors from around the world with its haunting beauty and rich history. The story of Komankop highlights the need for sustainable development and responsible resource management in regions rich in natural resources. The rapid depletion of diamond deposits in the Namib Desert, coupled with the environmental degradation caused by mining operations, ultimately led to the demise of this town and other diamond mining towns in the area. Once a bustling town teeming with wealth and opportunity, Komankop now lies abandoned, its sand-filled buildings and deserted streets offering a haunting glimpse into the past. Bodie, California, nestled in the eastern Sierra region of the state of California, stands as a testament to the ruggedness and resilience of the American frontier. Once a booming gold mining town during the late 19th century, Bodie is now a well-preserved ghost town, offering visitors a glimpse into the past. In 1859, a group of prospectors led by William S. Bodie stumbled upon gold-rich deposits in the area, sparking a gold rush that would transform the region. The town that grew up around the mines was initially known as Bodieville in honor of its founder, but the name was later shortened to Bodie. As gold production in Bodie increased, so too did the town's population and prosperity. By the 1880s, the town was home to thousands of miners, merchants, and settlers, making it one of the largest and most vibrant towns in the American West. The streets of Bodie were lined with saloons, brothels, and gambling halls, catering to the needs and desires of its rough-and-tumble residents. Today, the area stands frozen in time, its well-preserved buildings and artifacts offering a glimpse into the lives of its former inhabitants. Archaeological excavations in Bodie have uncovered a wealth of artifacts, including mining equipment, household items, and personal belongings, providing valuable insights into the daily lives of its residents. One of the most striking features of the town is its collection of well-preserved buildings, including homes, businesses, and civic buildings. From the ornate facades of the town's saloons to the simple wooden cabins of its miners, these buildings offer a tangible connection to Bodie's past and a window into the architecture and lifestyle of the American frontier. The story of Bodie is a microcosm of the American experience during the Gold Rush era, a tale of ambition, hardship, and perseverance. Despite its brief heyday as a booming gold mining town, it ultimately fell victim to the same forces that shaped its rise: the vagaries of the mining industry, the challenges of frontier life, and the ebb and flow of economic fortune. OrurSulan, a small village in central France, bears witness to one of the most horrific massacres of World War II. On June 10, 1944, German soldiers massacred 642 men, women, and children in a brutal act of retaliation for alleged resistance activity. Today, the area stands as a memorial to the victims of the massacre, preserved in its ruined state as a reminder of the horrors of war. OrurSulan, a quiet village in the heart of France, was forever changed by the events of June 10, 1944. On that fateful day, German soldiers descended upon the village, rounding up its residents and subjecting them to unspeakable atrocities. The massacre that ensued left a scar on the collective memory of France and serves as a chilling reminder of the brutality of war. On the morning of June 10, 1944, a detachment of soldiers from the 2nd SS Panzer Division Das Reich descended upon the village, ostensibly to carry out reprisals for the alleged kidnapping of a German officer by the French resistance. The soldiers rounded up the villagers, segregating the men in barns and herding the women and children into the village church. What followed was a systematic massacre, with the men shot dead and the women and children burned alive. Today, OrurSulan stands as a memorial to the victims of the massacre, preserved in its ruined state as a testament to the horrors of war. Archaeological excavations of the site have uncovered a wealth of evidence, including human remains, personal belongings, and artifacts from the time of the massacre. These findings provide valuable insights into the events that unfolded on that tragic day and help to preserve the memory of the victims. One of the most haunting features is the village church, where the women and children were massacred. The church remains standing as a solemn reminder of the atrocities committed there, its blackened walls and charred pews bearing witness to the suffering of its innocent victims. The village serves as a place of pilgrimage for those seeking to honor the memory of the victims and pay their respects to those who perished. Through education and commemoration, we can ensure that the lessons of OrurSulan are not forgotten and that the horrors of war are never repeated. From OrurSulan to Pripyat, Ukraine, all of these locations offer intriguing yet eerie remnants of human history and ingenuity. These abandoned locations tell a unique story, reflecting the complexities of human civilization and the passage of time. From forgotten ghost towns to decaying industrial megasites, these places offer glimpses into the past and spark curiosity about the events that led to their eventual abandonment. As always, thanks for watching. And be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more fascinating moments of human history.